everyone, and welcome back. This week, I'm going to be doing something a little bit more dramatic, as you can see from the thumbnail if you saw it. But let's get straight into it. So, of course, I'm going in with my brows first. Brows always go first for me in my process. I just take a spoolie, use some Elmer's glue, and lay them down. It depends on what mood I'm in, like if I completely lay them down or if I just brush them up with some glue, but lately I've been really feeling the like completely laid down look, so that's what we're doing today. And then you can kind of see side by side of what a difference it makes just to lay them a little bit. But next I'm gonna go in with some concealer. For some reason I think I had some like eyelash glue that stayed on, so it kind of um, was blending out a little bit weird, but it's alright, it still worked. So this is the part I was talking about, dragging the spoolie across the top. You see how it kind of gives it like a more of a shape, and it's not really a feathery brow. And then this is kind of a quick side by side, but I always make sure to wipe off the excess glue before priming my lids and foundation, because it definitely will crumble underneath. And it kind of started crumbling on one of my eyes, I noticed, so I had to like drag it off my eyelid, and it can be a mess if you don't get it in time. So that's why you always want to clean it. And then I'm going straight in with this dark raspberry shade, and I'm just packing it all over. I'm just going to do a light kind of halo eye. Nothing too crazy, just two colors and smoking it out. And the palette I'm going to be using today is the Me, Myself, and Mitchell palette. Of course, this is like my go-to palette at this point when it comes to colorful looks. That or the Stacey Marie palette. Right here, I did make sure to clean off this brush beforehand. It was a little stained from the color, but this is a clean brush, and I'm just blending out the edges just to give it that little shadow effect. And then I'm going straight in with concealer. We don't have to clean the area around it because the color of the lid is similar to the shade that it will make mixing the concealer with the eyeshadow. So that helps us, and it makes our job a lot easier. And then you can go ahead and just pretty much work with the concealer until it starts to dry on your eye, and then it makes your life a whole lot easier when it comes to like adding the eyeshadow and all of that, because you don't have to worry about it getting all mixed up in the wet concealer and just getting messy, because it can do that pretty easily, which is why I also recommend getting a concealer that gets matte pretty quick or dries matte, so you don't have to worry about the creasing and all of that excess amount of stuff. So before my concealer is dry, I always go in with a detailed brush and just do kind of like smoke out the edges. Basically just adding the dark pigment where it was underneath, but because it will transfer onto the concealer, it kind of gives it like kind of an ombre effect on accident. I guess it's intentional since I'm doing it intentionally, but it works. Now once you're ready to set your lids, I prefer to go ahead and set it with a lighter shade prior to the color I'm working with, just so it doesn't set on top of a concealer that makes it even more dark, because I didn't want my shade that's on my lid to be super dark, so that's what I did right in this process. So this isn't the technically the final color. It will be more like the other side that's already done, but I just wanted it to set this shade instead of setting a lot darker. And once I'm done setting the lid to whatever shade I want, I always make sure to go back in with like a small detail brush or a small angle brush or something to just go over the lines one more time and just buff them out and make sure they're a little bit more smoky rather than like harsh like they look right now. So you can see that it kind of lightly transfers onto my lid, not too much, and then it just brings back the depth. So that's all we are looking for, really. And then we're going straight in with foundation. This is the Maybelline Super Stay Foundation. They definitely changed the coverage, but it's alright. It works for now. I'm going to have to find another foundation that I prefer. And until then, this is what I'm going to be using. This is what I've been using. So it's been working so far, so good. Side note, acne has been acting up like crazy. I don't know why. Sometimes I just get little flare-ups here and there, and it is what it is. Acne is normal. I'm used to it at this point. It used to make me super depressed and like I hated it, but at this point I really could care less, and it is what it is. Now we're gonna go in with liquid contour. This is the Bare Mineral Stick foundation that I always use. I just dipped a brush in it because I don't know, I was feeling different that day. So I just went in with a brush, and then of course to blend everything out I used a beauty blender because I'm kind of picky with the way that brushes blend out my liquid contour and stuff. I feel like beauty blenders tend to like leave more product on your face than brushes. Brushes I feel like diffuse a lot more than beauty blenders sometimes, so I kind of wanted to stay there and be as pigmented as possible without looking too crazy. So I just basically move my beauty blender in the same position and keep tapping until it diffuses. I don't really get rid of a lot of product. I just pretty much spread it up and down my cheek. And then I'll go in with concealer all the way up to my hairline so you can get that eye contour right by your side of your face and all that. So it lifts your face up a little bit more. And then of course, you want to make sure everything is set. There's no creasing before you go in with your powder. This powder I'm actually using is from Beauty Bakery. It's their translucent, their flower, or aka their setting powder, translucent setting powder. I have to sneeze so bad right now. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and set underneath my cheek contour and set underneath my eyes. I only leave loose powder underneath my chin and my cheek area. I don't leave loose powder underneath my eye that much anymore. I gotta, of course, fix these smile lines because they've been crazy lately. And whenever I do my makeup, I just notice all my makeup building up in my smile lines. So I've been having to set those lately. But it must be the season because it's not all the time that I have to set that. Now for my powder contour, I'm going straight on top of that translucent powder that is sitting there. That's just to diffuse any product that gets on top of that area. It will still get a little bit of contour on it, but it won't be so harsh like on top of the powder. So yeah, that's what gives you that good blended effect. I know a lot of people don't like wearing makeup on top of like their acne breakouts, and I usually don't either. I wouldn't put makeup on if I didn't have to record, but it is like really important to know like texture is completely normal with makeup, and putting products on top of your face is not natural to your skin, so it is sitting on top of your texture. Your texture won't go away with some foundation. That's really important to note, like especially when you book for makeup appointments. Like I understand it is super annoying at times having acne and like you just want it to go away or you want someone to cover it all the way for you, but like realistically texture is normal, texture is there, and the only thing that we can cover is pigment and, you know, obviously contour and stuff. Like that's a plus, but as far as acne, texture will always be there, and that's okay. Now for blush, of course, I'm going in with my Pink Leaf Cosmetics Roll Up and Glow Up palette. That's what I've been living off of lately. If you've watched the past few of my videos, you've seen that this is what I've been using all over my cheeks. I'm obsessed with the Pink OG blush in that palette, and I put it everywhere in my cheeks, my forehead, my chin, sometimes on my nose too. And then we're going straight in with highlight. This brush is actually from Mona Labelle, the company, which I always use their hydro liners and their balm. So if you're interested in getting some brushes, they do have a brush set that I did a review on my TikTok, which is linked at the end of my video. And then yeah, this is the Pretty Vulgar highlight, of course. I'm going in with the Chicana Made lashes in the style Bel Air. She actually just posted a picture of me, but she posted in the caption why she chose the name Bel Air, and I thought that was such a cute idea for a lash company to explain why they named a lash style a certain name. So I thought that's cute. So if you're interested, I will definitely tag them in the description for the product and the name of what I'm using. And yeah, if you love some big full lashes, this is your way to go. I don't know if you could tell, but I was feeling myself. This, of course, is my Nude lip liner that I'm always using, the Nude Truffle from NYX Cosmetics. And then I went in with, I believe, Cairo from NYX as well, which I didn't record. I don't know why. I think I thought I was recording it in that part, but I didn't. And this is the final product. I hope you guys like it. I literally was obsessed with this look. I did it a while ago, and I had to recreate it for my YouTube channel since I thought it was such a cute wearable look, but also popping because you got that color going on. So I hope you like it. If you got this far, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. If you subscribe, I appreciate it. If not, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and leave me a comment or a like. I would really appreciate that. And other than that, make sure you guys always tell me things you want to see on this channel. I'm always down to do whatever, try whatever. I almost got a recording of me doing my boyfriend's makeup. We don't know. We're gonna sit on that for a minute. I definitely want to do that though. So let me see if you guys are interested. If not, then I'm still gonna do it. But either way, I'll see you guys next week with some more heat. Bye.